fixed. Rest in peace, it do be like it do. Alright, I think I'm back. I don't know, my internet might die again, so there's fucking that. Anyway, just did a little bit off stream, like I said. Got mostly some shit, placed down some chests. Let's get rid of that. The plan for today was actually to fly somewhere. Wait, what a treat. What am I stuck on? Hopefully my internet doesn't die again. Anyway, we're gonna fly to a mesa. I'm gonna have to take this, I think. And since I'm not taking another thingy, there's really no reason to whatchamacallit. Anyway, we're gonna fly out to a mesa. I emptied a lot of these shulker boxes. Like I said, I'm sorry about any noise in the background. I emptied a lot of the shulkers. I guess I was killing skeletons and that must have dropped. I'm not sure why I kept that trash. But I prepared a bunch of fireworks and... shit, it's lagging again. And hopefully we can make our way out there. So I ended up having to use a biome finder to find... It's not called a mesa anymore, fuck. It's called... what is it called? It's called whatchamacallit? Oh, home slice. Oh shit. Dude got the good wood. What a treat. Ooh-wee. Oh shit. He's just picking it back up. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, Rick. Thank you. What a fucking treat, my guy. What a treat. Let's go ahead and put this in a chest and then we're gonna head out to fucking hell. Ooh, wait, look at all these spruce saplings too. Yeah, these dark oak, not only the logs but the saplings are huge. In fact, let's go ahead and plant these. I'll just do it right here because that'll allow me to gather them indefinitely instead of having to fly back somewhere. I was actually gonna go get some, but now I don't have to. Anyway, I'm flying out to like negative 7,000, 1,500 because apparently I don't have any fireworks. No, I didn't really make enough, I don't think. Because those are my emergency ones. Fuck. I didn't think anyone was going to come with me. Oh, geez. And I just harvested all that. There is gunpowder in here if you can find extra sugarcane. Oh shit, that grew already. But I gotta head to negative 7,000. 1,500 because that's the closest Badlands to us, and it's a flight and a half. I just need to walk home for fireworks. Holy goodness gracious, Aspodacious. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm gonna go with Andre Diaz. I hope I'm right, and if I'm wrong, I'm terribly sorry. I'm also stupid, but I appreciate it. All right, I'm a head there. Hopefully I can get a decent amount of... What is that shit called? What am I going for? Clay? Yes, sir. What a treat. Fantastical amount of... Oh, that's cool. Alright, let's keep going. I don't want to waste too many of these. Like I said, I mostly made enough for a trip back there and back, or a trip there also, but the extra trip there is about, you know, if I die, I needed extra to be able to get back to my stuff. Alright, we're almost at the 1,500 mark, and this is a problem, and it's a major problem. Load in, please. Ooh-wee. I don't think there's any Badlands closer. There's like a few that are kind of close to each other, and those are the ones I'm going to. But I'm pretty sure this one's the closest one to us. It's ridiculous. I know mesas used to be pretty uncommon, but I feel like the Badlands are even worse. But I'm gonna fill these shulkers. Oh shit, I got a log. I'm gonna just drop it. Fill these shulkers and... Well, I just wasted that, my bad. I thought I wasn't gonna make it. Oh jeez. And then we'll head back. I guess I ideally should have. Honestly, I'm probably not gonna fill all the shulkers. I don't know. I should have brought extra stuff, but I didn't really plan on chilling out here. Other than just doing... Ooh, free loot. I guess I'll loot this. You know, I was just planning on getting this stuff and then going. I didn't know anyone else was gonna be involved potentially. Okay. This has to be looted, right? Don't these always spawn with a chest? Alright. Pretty sure they do. Righteous. Yay! Oh yeah, it's 100% looted. That's someone's tower from doing what we're doing. When we do what we do, and we're doing what we do in the back of the line. Wait. Did I just teleport like 1,000 blocks back? What the fuck is going on here? I swear I was at like 700 Z or whatever. Zedicus. And now I'm in the negative 100s. This is basically in line with our base. I guess I've messed up. It must have been when I turned around for the mountain. That's my mistake. Damn, that's a huge setback. I figured I'd have to do this a lot because we're probably loading new chunks. Although this shouldn't be new, so I'm very curious why this is super laggy. Like, I literally fly through here every single day, so... Big confusing. Okay. Let's go ahead and make sure I'm on the right course. For some reason, my coordinate thingy. Okay. Yeah, it's negative 700, 1,500. I mean, negative 7,000. I usually don't really like using biome finders and shit like that. It's like more fun to explore, but with something like a Badlands, I could literally fly between two of them, like, because they're, you know, 15,000 blocks apart, right? And I would never know because I can't see that far, and I'm just going in a straight line over a fucking ocean that's 15,000 blocks in every direction or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's just something you kind of have to do. I think I'm approaching... Isn't our village right here? Yeah, it's right there. Alright. And now we should be this way. You're wondering, I dug that tunnel so I can transport villagers. I should probably fill it in. I don't need it anymore. Is stream even live? I don't know. Sometimes it feel like it don't work because of my internets. Hoo-wee. Somebody's definitely been here. This is the fastest I've ever seen it load a chunk, dude. I think we're like, if all goes well and we don't run into too many of these chunk loading problems, I think we're about 20 fireworks away. And you might be wondering why I have multiple stacks. It's because I didn't know what the terrain would look like. I didn't know, oh geez, how often the chunk stuff would be a problem. Let's check on our elytra. And of course I have to get back, so. And of course there was always the possibility that the seed thing I checked is 100% wrong. In which case I'd potentially be mildly lost. I mean, I know home chords and stuff. This is kind of interesting. But I would maybe want to explore around there. Ooh. Oh, here's a biome like the one I'm building in. If only I had found this. It's right next to a village. Damn, it's got a lot more like building space on top. Less floating islandy vibe though. But I kind of just wasted fireworks there. See, that was the other thing. If we find cool shit or... Oh, I might fuck this up. There we go. Oh, I'm pretty sure I lost a lot of ground on that. That's fine. What a treat. What a treat. Oh, fuck. Oh, geez, Rick. Oh, gosh, where am I going? I'm going to a Badlands because I want the, It's not called clay anymore, or whatever the fuck they called it. It's, Is it called Ardent Clay? No, it's... What is it called? Terracotta. We have none on the server, and this is the closest Badlands to us from the seed map I looked at. I wanted to make villager houses. Is that a stronghold? Fucked up. I can't fall in the water here, so let's just go. That looked a lot like a stronghold, but I think it's just weird shaped underwater gravel structure or something. Anyway, I like to do this thing where I use like the colored glazed terracotta stuff as like a mural in a house. And I wanted to make like little houses. They're more like huts, but for like villagers on the bottom of my little build there. Just so it's not like a bunch of wood and brick houses or whatever the fuck I'm doing. Like just some difference to it. God damn it. I'm really having to stall here. Maybe I should have frostwalkered it. I'm gonna be shook as fuck if that seed generator map thing, the biome finder thing, was wrong. Imagine going like 10,000 plus blocks, not finding what you're looking for. Come on, load. Somebody building out here? That looks like netherwood. Never mind. I think it's coral. Wait. That has to be coral light, right? Or sea cucumber light, rather. I wish it wasn't lagging so bad. I didn't want to do this off stream because it would be like... Well, first off, I've just been building or gathering, and I guess this is gathering too, but it's kind of an adventure we're seeing. Oh, somebody's been out here. Wait, 5 high sugar canes. What the fuck? Ooh. But it would just be like, how the fuck did this guy get terracotta when he's never been to a whatchamacallit? So I wanted it to be like, okay, I found the terracotta thing. Sure, I didn't find it legit, but we're here now. What a treat. Alright, anything good? Power book? Power efficiency? Anyone need some saddles? I'll maybe take the saddles. I guess the iron horse armor is okay too. Alright, let's tower up. What a treat. Did I drop down here? I guess so. And away we go. I can just, you know, put those somewhere. I brought shulker boxes, we'll be fine. It's not loading. Guess I'm gonna just chill here a sec. Super unfortunate. I didn't think it would be this bad. Then again, it's like 70% of the fucking time, I can't even get on the realm. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. Sometimes I'll try for like maybe 2 minutes, and I know that's not like... Oh, he's... Ooh, there's a mine shaft out here. You know, he's spending his life doing it, but 2 minutes trying to play a game. Like, basically doing nothing, just like clicking a button and like being told the realm isn't working, or not even having the realm button to join. Like, sometimes it just says realms are not available right now. That's a long time to wait for something that you're actively paying for on a monthly fee to be usable. I think that's pretty ridiculous, honestly. I'm having to use a lot more... No! Oh, fuck. Well, that's worst case scenario. Oh, thank God. I was just about to say I've been having to use a lot more fireworks than I expected. Why can't I can't swim up. Oh my God, that was terrifying. Why couldn't I go upwards? I thought it was about... Why is it so laggy all of a sudden? That's just the way the fucking server is. It's kind of one of the reasons why I'm considering just like putting it on hiatus, because I don't feel like we're getting the best value out of this. Like I said, a lot of the times I'll go to join it, and maybe it's just the time of the day I'm trying to join it, but it'll say realms aren't available right now. Like, what the fuck do you mean? And when I am on it, sometimes I'll have to like open a chest for 5 minutes. It's not 5 minutes, it's probably like 10 seconds where I have to wait for the chest to respawn. Other times it'll just straight kick me. It's just mega laggy all the time. You don't plan on it that much. Jeez, Rick. Come on. I'm gonna just land up here and hope. Okay. This is a plateau of some sort. We're getting close. We're like 1,000 blocks away, I think. Ooh, a pillager outpost. Let's go fucking rob them. What a treat. Go fuck yourself, bud. Impaling 3 is the max for impaling, right? Not really sure where I got that orange terracotta. Have a nice day, ma'am. Where did I get that orange terracotta? The temple, I guess. Maybe I'll do a raid if there's like some random village out here. That sounds really fucked up. Whoa, we're here. Finally. So this will give us two things that we don't have. Terracottas and orange sand. Hey. It only took, what, 20 fucking minutes to fly out here and 50 fireworks. God damn. Let's take a look around. Just buying my own PC parts. They pretty expensive. Especially right now. But, I mean, you know, it's an investment. What I'll tell you is, at the moment, so PC parts have the same problem as PS5s and Xboxes. I'm sure you're aware of them being sold out pretty much everywhere. They're having a very similar issue. There's like a shortage of supply. Damn, this place is sick. A shortage of supply and all that shit. And for the price that you can get a PS5 or something, I think the cheapest Xbox, or, you know, I would assume you're just going for the disc version just because. So we'll assume the most expensive one. So even at the most expensive rates, oh, I forgot to bring extra food, fuck. But even at the most expensive rates, the PS5 and Xbox completely destroyed the PC in terms of whatchamacallit. Oh. Oh, hey. I was gonna say, I just fucking dropped for no reason there. I forgot my obsidian. I was gonna make a nether portal out here so that I can maybe try and find my way back. But there's like part of it. Let me up, dude. There's part of a thing over here. But if you still want a PC or parts knowing, god damn, it's a massive one. But if you still want parts knowing that the price to performance is just like way worse, I totally understand. Am I really dropped the ball on this? It's actually nuts. And what I tell you to do is do a lot of research and be prepared to spend a lot of money because they are expensive. Okay. I guess I'll start by harvesting all this obsidian. Jesus, that was terrifying. I know I'm getting, for now, 16 gigabytes RAM and a Ryzen graphics card. I'm assuming you mean... Well, so AMD does make graphics cards, but I'm assuming you mean Ryzen CPU because that's the name of their CPU line. Which is a great choice because, quite honestly, they're better and they're cheaper. Unless you're getting a last-gen Intel, the prices on those have come down. But they're pretty unavailable if you want the latest generation of Ryzen as well, so... But both very good choices, but... Well, you know what? If you can get used parts, you can probably do pretty good. I think I have enough. What a treat. Alright. That's so sick. I mean, I have a Ryzen 5 1600, which is, I guess, technically an older card older CPU at this point, but it's still completely capable for my CPU. And I started with 16 gigabytes of RAM, but I now have 48. So, like, you can definitely do that, and get plenty of performance. You can even go for like one of the more budget ones. All depends on what you're doing. But I don't know where to see if there's any used parts I can buy for cheaper. Okay. Damn. Negative 848, 254. This is remarkably close to my base. Actually, no, it's not. Realistically, all you can probably get away with is eBay. And honestly, I don't really recommend that. For a first-time builder, you can get burned pretty easily on, like, scams. What was it? Negative 848. Fuck it. We'll just do 840. I think we were at, like, 2. Fuck. I just realized I muted myself. Alright, so we sort of have a location on ourselves here. Let's go ahead and just start, I guess, chopping away. Free terracotties, my dude. I don't even know where to start. I'm pretty sure you can stain this one, so I'm gonna just grab everything. I should have brought a beacon. I'm fucking stupid. I would say your best bet would be eBay or like Craigslist, but Craigslist probably is gonna have you come and meet someone, and that can be super sketch. And if you don't know what you're doing, especially with used parts, you're looking at maybe getting scammed. You know what I mean? Either the part's not working, or right, they trade out for a non-part that it is. Fuck, that was a weird way of saying it. They part swap for something trash, or just straight up give you an empty box. I have $315 right now, but I can buy some PC parts, then start getting other PC parts. Okay, that's true. I will say that sounds like a plan, but it also, I want to warn you that some CPUs require a separate card in order to get a display. So it's not as if you'll be able to use some of them. If you pick the right parts, you can use them still. But I'm just saying, there are some parts out there where if you go to gather, you know, let's say you get my CPU, the Ryzen 5 1600, which I don't recommend you do unless you can find it for $50, because it's like, I think it's like 3 years old now, 2.5. I don't know. It's a perfectly capable CPU if you can pick it up for, like I said, like $50. But I doubt you can get it for that price. But let's just say you go and pick it up. Without a graphics card, you will not be able to use your computer, because this does not have onboard video. So you'll need a separate card for that to work. Let's go ahead and put this on. Let's toss that. Let's have some fucking fun. We're out here. Let's blow a fucking hole in this place. This might have been a mistake. Instantly regret my decision. I mean, $300 will get you, what, the lowest end Xbox, I think? Or close to the PS5. And honestly, you cannot get close. Not even close to that level of performance if you want a PC. Like, it's not even remotely close. That said, obviously PC will save you money in terms of not having to pay for like Xbox Live in order to have online access or something. So you do kind of save money in that respect. But in order to get like PS5 or Xbox, whatever the fuck Xbox is on now, Series X, I think. In order to get that level of performance, you'd probably need to spend about $1,000. Use the PC, I'm just saying I'm gonna get parts. So I can get other parts. Alright. I'm gonna say don't do that, because, all right, do that if you can complete like have a workable PC. And there are ways to do that. There are CPUs with onboard graphics and even somewhat capable onboard graphics that can sort of play games. Like they'll get you by. But I'm going to say I would advise against that, because if you buy the parts now, and let's just say it takes you a year to get enough money to buy the other part that you might need or something. All right, let's just say it takes that long. A year from them, this is so fucking hard. It do be. A year from then, there might be a new, right, part that's even better than the one you bought and you were basically just sitting on. So that's issue number one. So you might end up getting burned on price to performance. You know, something could come out that's better and cheaper, or, you know what I mean? Or that's just straight up the same price but way better. So you haven't even been able to use your computer for a year and your stuff's already out of date. Next problem with why I would advise against that is it might not work. So I've gotten plenty of parts that I've had to RMA, which is return because it's defective, or just straight up return it because they don't have a replacement. If you aren't within, say, the 30-day return policy of a lot of places, like Newegg sells computer parts, Micro Center and stuff, a lot of them are like 30, maybe 45 days during the holidays. Some of them extend it. But if you're not within that return policy date, you can't return the thing. You're stuck with manufacturer warranty, which means you'll probably have to ship the part to them, and right, like you're just wasting more money at that point because you don't even know, right, what's wrong with it. So you might be sitting on parts that are defective, and I think that's probably the biggest reason why I'd suggest you don't do it. Unless you can build something that's semi-functional. So you can build, like I said, a fully working PC by getting a CPU with a built-in graphics like display driver. Some guy said I can get a good PC for like $450. Honestly, you can get an okay one for like $450. Like I said, you will not get the same level. Honestly, you probably won't even get PS4 level of performance. Like, if we're being real, it'll be like trades blows with PS4. It'll probably have more potential, but the graphics card is probably where you're gonna fall up short. Now, you can do a lot better if you go like refurbished on the graphics card. And you can get that sometimes straight from the manufacturer, like Zotac or EVGA. So you can save big money there, but you're still probably going to be lesser than the consoles. But I do recommend you either wait until you can afford the whole thing at once, or at least like within, you know, a month or two, so you have some leeway with returning things that maybe don't work. Because a lot of parts come with like a 1 to 3 year warranty, which means like if it stops working within that time, you can send it into the manufacturer. For example, a graphics card from EVGA, a company I just mentioned. Let's say you have a 3-year warranty with them. You can send it in, but you still have to pay to ship it to them. And they'll pay shipping back as long as, you know, the card actually works and all that, or it doesn't work. So like you send them something that, let's just say you don't send them a fucking brick, like a literal brick, and you know, it is what it is. So they'll send you back your new card, but you still have to pay shipping. So what I'm saying is, why bother like sitting on something that could be broken for a month or two or a year, that also could potentially be out of date in terms of performance? Like you could get something else that's better for cheaper or something now, and, you know, then have to pay like $10 extra to ship it, to have it fixed, and then be without it again for like a couple weeks. Like, it's just all this hassle for sitting on the parts for now. I just want to play Ark on PC. Life sucks. Yeah, the PC stuff, that's kind of, I mean, I would say that right now is probably the best worst time to build. It's the best because they just came out with some phenomenal stuff in terms of graphics cards and CPUs, but they're so good, they're sold out. You cannot get these things. And they're also on the more expensive side. They pretty much all raised their prices. So it's a difficult situation to be able to get into this at the moment. Now, what you could do is, you talked about a Ryzen CPU. So Ryzen has a lineup, we'll call it the G series. I don't know what they necessarily call it. It's just like their normal stuff, but if it has a G at the end of its name, it probably has built-in graphics. So let's call it the 3200G. Now, I believe that one's outdated. I don't know if they have a newer version, but I believe that's a 4-core processor that has a built-in graphics card. But it has a built-in graphics card that's not very good, but it should be good enough to run like maybe Minecraft or Rocket League until you can afford your other stuff. And you'll be able to actually use it. Now, if you build something using such a part as that, it'll make some sense, because then you're just waiting and then you can buy like a better graphics card later on down the road, and it's not like you'll have wasted money, because then again you actually get to use it. Hello, how you doing? Good to see ya, other guy. Minecraft and Twitch burned me out like a woman who did science in pilgrim times. What do you mean? This sounds like a witch to me. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Alright, let's go ahead and fill up this shulker box with all this junk I picked up, because our inventory is fooked. Store one of those, I guess. Okie dokie, artichoke. Alright, let's get back to gathering now that it's not nighttime and these dudes aren't finna fuck me. I'm good. You? Oh, I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. How are you? I think I have to cook this stuff to make it glazed, right? Either that or I give it a doob. Some weed. Thinking of face planting into my couch because of the fact that I'm 16 and don't even have my own room. I'm sorry to hear that, my dude. Oh, jeez. I mean, what I'll say is, it's definitely a luxury to have your own room. Like, I understand financial situations can prevent people from being in a situation to give, you know, their kids their own room or something. And I probably would not exist without having my own, you know what I mean, growing up. Who are you sharing it with? I'm sharing it with your brother. Oh jeez. I want a list of PC parts I need and how much it would cost so I know how much I need to save up. I'm not good with knowing what PC parts I should get. Okay. I can help you with that. I can maybe put a link in Discord, I guess, after I do some research, because I'm not 100% on current parts since I'm not really in the market, if you know what I mean. Like, since I'm not looking to buy anything, like if I come across a good deal, I might yoink something, but I can like look into it to remind myself. I just know that there's like some top tier shit out that's causing a stir, and you can't get them. Because of, for one, they were sold out because of like Christmas and Hanukkah, and I don't know, do people give gifts on Kwanzaa? I don't know. I would hope so, but I really don't know. But yeah, I just know shit's good and it's sold out. It's not that we're poor, it's that my grandparents chose the house that it's hard to expand. Oh geez. I feel like, not to like shit on your parents or something. Okay, it's clearly not a financial thing. I really feel like a child should have their own room. Again, as long as it's not like a financial issue. I really don't see why you would want to like take away your kids' privacy, either like having them sleep in like a living room where everyone can just walk by or something. right? Like, if you can afford it, I really think as a parent, you should strive to give your child privacy in their own room. Like, I feel like if I couldn't afford it and I had a kid, I would give my kid, like, the only bedroom and sleep outside. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather them have the comfort and the privacy, especially since they're probably at a stage where they need it. You think I will have to spend on PC parts that I can play on Ark? Can't sleep without me on my mattress on the floor of her room? What the fuck does that mean? Sounds like she's keeping a fucking dog. What? She still babies me. So that preteens can beat the schmeat. I mean, essentially, yes. Let's be fucking honest. You're at that age, and, right? Like, why the fuck would a parent want to be fucking involved with that? Like, give your kid their own fucking room. Like, if it's not a financial issue, you should definitely give your kid the privacy they need. They deserve. And on to about the money thing for playing Ark. It's really hard to say because Ark's a pretty decent game, but it's what's called poorly optimized. It's actually surprisingly hard to run. Now, I can run it perfectly fine, but you also have to keep in mind that my computer would cost like $1,000. If you wanted to get its level of performance today, it would probably cost you like $1,200 to $1,300. And that's not including monitor, keyboard, or other monitor, or mouse, or whatever, or all the extra storage. That's probably what it would be for like the base stuff, if you wanted to like straight max out the settings and not even worry about it. That said, you can get away with probably something lesser, and I'll look into it. But if I had to guess, you can probably, with today's parts, all new, you can probably play it for like probably like $700. And that includes laptop options. Probably less, but I'm also thinking of tax. Like, it'd probably be like $650-ish. But like with tax, it's gonna be over $700, and I don't know anywhere that don't have tax in the US. At least remotely. I guess there's some places without sales tax, but still. You're probably looking at like $600 to $700 to be able to run it like no questions asked. You just load up the game, don't have to mess with settings to like make sure it's all good. My PC costs about at least $3K, but I don't like telling my friends about it because some of them are toxic as fuck. How the fuck would you borrow a PC? That doesn't even make sense. What, are you gonna fucking unplug like a... Alright, I have a micro ATX tower, and it's on the smaller end, and I'm pretty sure this thing would be like... It's probably like 30 pounds. They make bigger ones than that. In fact, most of them I think are bigger, although trend has been smaller. It's like a for fun thing to make them smaller, because they cost more money when they're smaller. But what the fuck? Like, you're not gonna carry that thing. Guy said trying to send them, but it keeps coming back. You send that. Addy might be wrong. I don't know about that, my guy. I mean, it's up to you if you want to keep bopping with them, but here's the thing. I just told you, I'm pretty sure my PC would weigh about 30 pounds. It probably costs like $50 to ship that all at once. You're telling me this dude's reshipping something over and over again that's costing him $50 each time? I kind of doubt it. I have a PS4 and I'm good. Like, that sounds super fucking sus to me. He went from not being able to do it to he's reshipping something that's probably costing him $50 to $60 a bop. Like, just sending a graphics card is like $10 to ship. Avid Gardener. Sacks of mulch. Well, I mean, yeah, 30 pounds ain't much. But for an electronic, rather fragile device, sometimes with like a glass or plastic window, like, you really think you're finna take that thing, you know, down the street? You taking it for a walk to install in your bedroom and then bringing it back to your homie's house the next day? No, you're stealing it. If you're borrowing that, you're not giving it back. But like I was saying, you can probably actually play Ark. Especially, alright, so there's a way to drastically lower the prices. We'll go over that. But you can probably get away with playing it for like $500. It won't be the best experience. It'll probably be worse than PlayStation level experience, honestly. Like, you'll probably have to put it on medium to low settings, kind of how I do when I stream, because streaming takes a toll on the stuff. It takes a toll on your graphics and other settings, and I just don't want to have to like lag or have the stream be laggy. So it won't be 100%. I'm pretty sure I have it on like medium settings, but you'll have to lower the settings. But you can probably get away with like $500. I keep my 3K a secret. So you ended up getting your PC early? You didn't have to wait after all? It's not PS2 graphics. I mean, it probably won't be PS2 graphics. And I've mentioned this before, but like, so Zotac is a graphics card company. EVGA is a graphics card company. They themselves sell something called refurbished items, which is basically either used stuff that they got in that either was like a return and they didn't want to sell it, or like an open box type item, or it's something that they repaired. And since they're the manufacturer of all people to repair it, I would imagine they fucking know what they're doing. But you can on occasion get like much better prices on like a graphics card, which is typically like one of the most expensive parts. And you can maybe get away with spending like under 100, potentially even under 20. I've definitely done that before on cards that I've given to family members. So you can definitely get like high performing cards for the price of like nothing, like $20. I think I've gotten, the best deal was like a 1660 for $20, which is a fucking steal. And like, that's a really good card, and you can definitely play Ark off of something like that. And you know, in total, that would probably be a PC that would cost you like definitely under 500 if everything else was new. Thinking of getting a Raptor or a Tundra or a Hilux. You mean a truck? Isn't a Raptor like a 120 grand truck? Or is that the other Raptor? Play with you guys and play mods on Ark. Will not be good. If you're doing mods on Ark, keep in mind that I think you need the Steam version of it. I think you either need the Steam or maybe the Epic Games version. But I know there's also that Windows Store version, but I don't think that one works for that specifically. Ford Raptor. Y'all need some shields? I don't personally need a shield, I don't think. But thank you. So you got a $3,000 PC and you playing Splatoon? That's kind of funny in a way. Yeah, Steam version. Oh, it is just Steam? I'm gonna get my truck lifted. Oh, you can't use mods on Epic Games Ark, really? I know they have the mod installer. I thought you could, but I've never tried it. Why am I attacking this dude? And you don't have room. Maybe you can fucking sleep in your truck, my dude. I'm actually gonna let this guy explode. Holy shit, was that Jesus? He just made a cross. Look at that. Creeper Jesus. Boo, Epic Games. I'm gonna be honest, I have a ton of games on Epic because they're free. That's literally the only reason. I have a ton of Steam games that were free as well. But Epic like gives one away like every week. It's fucking nuts. Good luck with the little kids coming and fucking with your pick. Your PC. Oh jeez. That's why you just don't invite people over. Man, fuck them kids. Send them to the fucking hospital. That's what we do with kids in this stream. If you ain't sending kids to the hospital, you're not allowed back. And that's a fact. I don't even think I'm gonna use this much. I'm not sure why I'm gathering this much. I thought maybe somebody else would be interested. 2-ton truck. Oh, hello. I really should have brought a bacon. I also should have brought all my TNT just for the fun of it. Because it's not like I can fuck with anyone's build out here. Ugh. Fuck is this? I should probably go back up since it's so fucking dark. A monitor is just for better graphics, or is it not? Okay. So you need... Alright. It depends on your TV, but you need something to display what your computer is outputting. So let's say you have a more modern TV. As long as it has probably an HDMI port, you're good to go. That said, some older TVs don't have that. And some, you know, some are really low resolutions or something and might be super blurry. So if you want to see what you're outputting, you'll need either a monitor, or if you, again, you have a TV that's capable, you can use one of those. But otherwise, look at maybe a budget monitor can probably be found for like $60, or a higher end one, maybe like 170, 120 to 170 for like a decent one, rather, and a higher end one is probably like 200 to 1,000 plus if you're fucking insane. Mine does, so we good. Okay, so you have HDMI. Well, of course, I guess I should have figured you can play PS4. For some reason, I was thinking PS4 was like PS3, and it had that old... Would you guys know about this? That like 3-pronged cable? Shit. I assume you guys know what that is. I think PS3 came with it. It had like that multi-cable thing. It was like one thing that terminated into like 3 different ones. But I guess I was just figuring that it might have that connector, and I didn't know which you were connected to. But thinking about it, I don't think PS4 even had that. I think you needed HDMI. So you should be good to connect to that, but keep in mind TVs tend to have like a lower response time, but that shouldn't be too big a deal. I don't know if you know. Hey, look, you guys might not be old enough to like have experienced the horrors of having to plug something in 3 separate times, dude. I don't know, did you guys have PS3s? PS2s? I did. I feel like it was kind of obsolete by the time you guys were elite gamers. Of course I had a PS3 and a Famicom. This dude had a SNES, Nintendo, and he had an NES. I still have an NES somewhere. Gotta eat lunch. Enjoy your lunch, my dude. What a treat. All this for a drop of clay. Fuck a spider eye, boy. Get your ass out here. Oi, what you doing? Boy. Ah, fuck, I put down the wrong one because that's some bitch. Like 500 bucks. I think if you just want to be able to play it, I think you can probably spend about 500 bucks and be able to play. It's probably not even going to be as good as unless you like really mix and match your parts perfectly and really manage the sales and budgets, and there's like maybe a little bit of a price drop in some things. You're probably not even going to get as good performance out of it as like a PS4. Again, unless you do really good on especially like the graphics card or something in terms of price. But yes, I think you can probably at least play it. But like I said, I can post. So there's a site called PC Part Picker. It's super useful. I don't really recommend it for prices in general, but it's okay, like to just get an idea. So I wouldn't use it to find a deal, if that makes sense, but they do have general prices that you can find because sometimes they're not the most up to date. Where they like something might be on sale for like 110 bucks or something, but they'll maybe have it listed as 150, but it'll give you an idea of around what it's going to cost and around what parts you'll need, as well as whether or not they're compatible. And I'll post a link of it. I guess I'll do some research to try and find like something that I think should be able to play Ark, as well as maybe even like a few things to like consider. But ultimately, I think your main problem is not being able to buy it up front, like buy everything at once, puts you at a disadvantage. And in the current market where a lot of stuff is unavailable, you need to know the parts so I can what's good price and what's not. Like the only two parts I know is graphics card and RAM. Okay. I need to go find some food, so let me do that during this daytime. Why people try so hard on solos? I don't know. I was playing some Black Ops Plane earlier. I was trying to unlock that Street Sweeper. Didn't go well, by the way. I got fucking annihilated. And I'm pretty sure one dude was cheating. It was just one dude over like 3 games, but this dude was like straight up insane. Like he better be a fucking pro. Either that or he's the sweatiest guy in the world, or like I said, he might have been cheating. I don't know. I don't get it. But he was fucking nuts is what I'm getting at. But it's pretty nuts. I got mad. Like this one dude was using he was using like basically a diamond camo gun. I forgot what it was. He had 2. He had like purple diamond on one, and the other one was I think like plain diamond or something, or maybe is there gold diamond? I think gold is the normal diamond, right? But he was running like a spaz and the Gallo and something else. I think it was like an MP5 or something. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like you have all the camos for this even. Shouldn't you be using a different gun? And he's just going fucking in. Like he's trying his ass off. He's like pre-aiming, pre-firing. He's just doing everything insane. I'm like, this is fucking casual Nuketown 24/7. What are you doing with your life, my guy? But yes, I will try and help you, because first off, I don't want you to get ripped off. Next, I don't want you to buy like parts that aren't compatible, because that's something I see with like a lot of people. They'll like buy an Intel part but like the wrong motherboard or something. People try way hard on Nuketown. Is that the problem? Here's some cows. What a treat. Can't believe I forgot my fucking food, dude. And it'd be like a 10-minute flight back. Actually, it took me, what, 20 minutes to fly here. They do kind of be going hard. And not even in a good way. Can I eat a pumpkin? I think my problem is my money. I felt that. I mean, that's just it. It's gonna come down to money. It's gonna come down to timing, right? It's just a bad time to buy a PC right now. In terms of, why is your money bad? I think it's that he doesn't have enough to get all the parts at once to have like a decent enough computer. So he would either need to buy some of the parts and not be able to use it, or buy some of the parts and be able to use it, but like not ideally, if that makes sense. Money was a bad boy. That should be more than enough to make a couple Ferneye. Bill Nye the Ferneye. And it happens. You know? Like I said, used is an option, but it's kind of not the best idea, I'd say, for a beginner, especially one who's underage, because a lot of usually good used deals are like, I wouldn't even recommend doing this now, but they used to be like Craigslist stuff. You'd have to go in person to trade it, because first off, you don't want to risk a Craigslist sale right on shipping with no guarantee. And it's like, you don't want to get fucking robbed either. So you just end up with like all these problems. But I would say, if you can't wait, you can get a CPU with a reasonable graphics card, like in it. Like, it has embedded graphics that you don't have to buy a separate card immediately, but it's probably not going to be able to play Ark at. It might be able to like be. It'll look like fucking Crash Bandicoot PS1. Is what I'm getting at. It's not going to be pretty, but you'll be able to like browse the internet and maybe play like Rocket League or CSGO if you play that. I would assume not, because I don't think anyone's ever played it on PlayStation before. I think it used to be on PS3. I don't know if they even still have it. Like, it might be able to play Fortnite or some shit, but fuck a Fortnite. But it'll be usable in the meantime, so you'll at least have your money's worth, if that makes sense. Like, you could probably play like some sort of browser-y games or some shit, or like I don't know, maybe like an old RPG, perhaps. And maybe watch out for like one of those $20 graphics cards from the refurb end that I mentioned. The like the EVGA refurbished. Now, I will say I check their site on occasion. Well, I check it every Wednesday, basically, is when they have their best sales. And I have not seen them even have a sale in like the past 3 weeks. So you might be shit out of luck on that front. Actually, let me just go back and I'll do this there. That way I can still mine. Wait to get my money up. I don't know how I'm gonna do. I mean, that be how it be. Maybe you can make a deal with like a family member or something, help them out for like a couple bucks a week or whatever. Oh, I thought that was red clay. I was like, is that half a thing? What's this doing over here? Oh fuck. Uh-oh. Oh, I just fucking killed these people. What a treat. They won't help a bit. I totally forgot I had this. I mean, I can send these guys to the Shadow Realm, probably. That's fucking loud, man. Alright, they're over here. How did he drop iron chest piece? Yeah, I think he's going over there to fuck the cow. I'm gonna just let him chill on that. And fuck it, they're trapped right now. I'm gonna use this time to get some good food. Let's build like a little wall that we might be able to snipe behind. Maybe even kite. Oh my god, that's so fucking loud. I might yoink this Haywood. What is this shit called? So they won't help you. Why is that so loud? One of them drowned. What a treat. Where's this homie going? I think the only thing that's really a problem is that Ravager. Might be a problem for me. Did you just drop an emerald? Oh, that dude just got yeeted. You see that? Fucking outstanding work, Golem. Ravager is easy, is it? I thought it might be a problem. God damn it, they need to stop dropping this trash tier loot. I wanted to move it closer so that I could, fuck, I didn't even get it. So that I can not have to run so far. If that makes any sort of sense. I'll just let him go to fuck to town on them. I know some of the later rounds can get a little overwhelming. Where are they? I was selling this, but I don't know what to sell. So what would you sell? Your PlayStation? I honestly don't think you can get all that much for it compared to like what you stand to gain from like a PS5 or something, and that would cost you less. These dudes are super annoying. I wish I could find them. Why is it? Oh, that's a zombie. Is he back here, maybe? This is like the worst possible time for one of these, because now I have to deal with all this extra shit. This is the most annoying sound in the history of gaming. Oh, there he is. The fuck's he doing all the way over here? Nowhere near the rest of the village. Oh, he's vibing. Oh, he's got his vibe alarm going. Well, let me set it the fuck off. Alright, there's no way I need more food than what I've got here, so I'm gonna just... So fucking frustrating. How did I get this shit potato, dude? Alright, where are they? Hello? Oh, they're over here. Oh, he just got yeeted. Ooh, the witches could be a problem. Oh, I don't want that. Fuck off. Come on, bro. Big annoying. Alright, he dropped a potion as well, right? Of course, I don't pick it up. Perfect. That should be super helpful. Alright, this dude's just vibing over here. Hey, Home Slice. Damn, he's like buffed and shit. I can't go to the settings and turn that down because I risk dying. Oh my god, they're so annoying. one need a saddle? Can you unlock the Cold War guns? And no. So you can't use them in Modern Warfare multiplayer. At least I couldn't. Believe me, I wanted to. I've been looking at some of the like guns and their stats as well. I'm pretty sure the MP5 might actually be the next thing. Oh, we did it. I think the MP5 is actually kind of good. The Cold War MP5, not the normie one. The normie one we knew was good, but I think the Cold War one might be a sleeper. I think it might be almost as good as the MAC-10 at its prime, so it should be just as good now. I think it just has a different spray pattern, so it might be pretty usable. Any good trades? I think so I think it does more damage, but it has like a slightly slower fire rate, and that's the downside. All right, that was a fucking nightmare, to say the least. It actually wasn't that bad, but it was still annoying to have to deal with that shit. Fucking Acacia thing. Approximately 3 seconds, I will pick that back up. Alright, let's just store all this extra junk we just got for now. Okay, I think we're better. We're not us when we're hungry. We needed a Snickers. I mean, I may as well trade with someone. Does anyone have anything? Anyone want a shovel? Any shovelers in the chat? Shovel? Shovel? Any shovelers? Wait, you just unlocked the pistol? Which pistol? I didn't know you could. Holy shit. Oh wow, instead of 19 potatoes. I mean, instead of 26 potatoes, he'll only charge me 19. Can't find it. What you might have done is unlocked it off the battle pass, but it's still, whatchamacallit? This guy doesn't even want to get up. You know what? I don't blame him. But he needs to get the fuck up. I don't see anyone else I can trade with. This dude's just done with fucking life. He's just laying in bed from now on. It's like, no, I don't think I will get up. Yeah, I don't see anything else to, or anyone else to trade with here. Where's that farmer? He's the only one in the whole village. I guess I'll just buy a bunch of bread from him. Fix our wings real quick. Might not get a PC anymore. I mean, it's doable. It's just either going to have to be something that you like work on upgrading, which PCs tend to be anyway. Or you know, you'll just need to save up for your one. Oh, that's pretty cool. Your one big time purchase, and you'll have to hope it lasts you a couple years, which it probably will. I ended up pretty far off from where I was. I think I must be this way, right? Negative 7,000, like 1,500 actually. I should be, I think I'm this way. Come on. Load. Like I said, I'll try and put together a list of either like decent this is kind of interesting. Either decent deals or decent parts that I think you might be able to get either eventually. The thing is, the longer you wait, the less it makes sense to buy one, if that makes sense. Problem is money and timing. Exactly. That's always the problem. Like, PC parts just aren't really that available at the moment. There's nothing you can really do about that. See if we can find where we were. I think we were over here somewhere. Oh, this is sick. Look at that. Looks like a little crater. Alright, there we are. Alright, I think we put... Oh, I didn't put my furnace in there. I put it in here. Oh, I fucked that up. My bad. Well, let's go ahead and put these down. Okay. Alright, so I lost half my coal. That's fine. I mean, my best advice to you would be, we'll go over some parts and why they're good. And then those don't even have to be the parts that you get, but we just look at them and why they're like a good fit or value for what you want them for. So that when maybe a newer version of that comes out, you can just go and be like, this is what I need. Like, this is what I'm looking for. I don't need to look at anything else at the moment. I think before I forget, I'm gonna grab some of this. I may have forgot I just took my things off. If I had to guess, I don't know the prices for these right now, but I think you can probably pull out is a 4500G readily available? I don't think it is. So we're gonna go with maybe last generation's. All right, so let's say you get part of your parts now so that you just have something to work with, and then you save up for the graphics card later. You're probably looking at about $100 for a CPU with a GPU in it. Do you know how to start putting money in stonks? I do have a little bit in stonks, but yes. I'm not sure how old you have to be. It might constitute gambling or something. But what you could do is maybe talk to a parent about doing it. But that could also put you at risk for, not to say that your parents are like this, but let's say you make a really good investment and it's maybe under their name, they might yoink your cash. So, can I teach you? Probably not. I mean, what I do is, or what I would do, I mean, you can invest in something like Tesla, right? And what you would do is either find a broker or an online broker, which is probably recommended, like E-Trade or something, where again, I think you need to be of a certain age. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm just giving the gist of it. This isn't like an endorsement of anything. Don't go out and buy anything because I say so. But what I think is a good option is Not necessarily, like I said, to go out and buy Tesla. Now, let's say you bought Tesla a few years ago when it was relatively cheap. You might be a millionaire now because it shot the fuck up. But that's not always going to happen. It might not happen. But what you can do is buy something, say, you think is on the stabler side, and it has something called dividends. So what you do is, say, buy AT&T, or I think Apple does this. A lot of grocery stores, I think, might do it. A lot of tech companies, I guess, do it. Basically, if they're big enough that they pay out a dividend, what that means is they pay you to have your money invested in them, a small percentage of what you have invested. So let's say I put in, I'm not going to use any specific stocks because I don't know the exact prices, but let's just say you have like $500 and you invested in AT&T. And I don't know their exact rate. This isn't exact, but it's just an example. And their rate happens to be 10%, right? And you get 10% of your money a few times a year. Now, that's a lot more than I think what you get. I think it's usually like, I think it's like 5%. I'm not 100%. It depends on the stock. It's usually not that great. And it's like per share. So let's say it's like $5 per share. You get, you know, whatever percentage out of that. And it, you know, with however many shares you have, that way you just leave your money with them. And, you know, it's, again, let's just say your $500 is 100 shares at $5 a pop. I don't think that's AT&T's. I'm pretty sure they're like $50 a share or something. I don't know. But let's just say you do that. What you're doing is leaving your money with them, and it might go down to like, again, we said, what the fuck did I say their shares were? $50 a share? I don't know. But let's just say that it's $50 a share. It might be like $48, and it might go up to $52, but you just leave it anyway because you paid $50 either way, and you only stand to gain a few bucks if you sell, or lose a few if you sell. And what you're waiting for is every few months they do something called a dividend payout, where they pay you a couple bucks to keep your money with them. So instead of having, you know, your $500 sit in a bank where you probably get 0.1% interest a year, you're getting significantly more. But of course, that could go horribly wrong. AT&T could go out of business and you lose fucking everything, right? They could announce that they were actually founded by Hitler and they've been trying to, you know, control people's minds for years, and they're closing down their doors. You just got fucked out of your 500 or however much you had invested. You know what I mean? So it's a bit of a risk, which is why I said it might constitute gambling, and I'm not sure what the age is on that. But it is something you maybe want to consider talking to like your parents about if you want to put your money into something like that. But again, it's very risky, and it's something that if you're going to be trading every day, you probably need to just focus on. But if you want to just like put it and leave it for a bit, that's the strategy. Like you find something that pays you back a bit of money every few months. It's called a dividend, and you just let your money be there. But of course that's provided that you can afford to do that with some money. A lot of people, most people can't really afford to do that. They need that $500 to fucking eat food, which is why people stay poor. Big unfortunate. Turns out people need food? New strat, surviving by starving yourself. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, back to those PC things. I was saying a CPU with built-in graphics, God, it's getting mega laggy. I'm solo, so nobody else is doing anything. That just goes to prove how shit the realm is, and it's one of the reasons why, as much as I enjoy playing every so often, as much as I like to do like these projects and have the ability to play with you guys, I feel like we're getting fucking scammed. Like, Mojang, can you stop fucking me? You know? Am I wrong? Do we not deserve high tier service? Did I just throw the wrong thing? They're being mega annoying. I'm gonna go back up top. Ah, fuck it, I'll walk it. But back to that PC thing I was talking about. So what you can do is get a CPU that has built-in graphics, such as a Ryzen, I think 3200G, will probably cost you 89 to maybe $100. So that sounds like a lot of money. It fucking is. All right, there's no getting around that. It's a lot of money. And what that does is that actually allows you to use your computer relatively well, to the point that you can even game on it as a CPU without a graphics card. Now, it's not going to be the best experience. Like I said, all right, we're just going to fucking fly this because I have fucking no brain cells. But you get to use your computer, assuming all your other parts are compatible and existent. So you're looking at $100 for a CPU that can run games at all, or give a display port at all and mildly run games, probably at the very lowest settings. And it's not going to be even remote. God, there's so many of them. Even remotely as good as like your PS4, but it'll do its job until you can put in something better. So you get that for $100. Then you're looking at a motherboard. I think motherboard prices have gone up. On occasion, you can find them on sale for like $60 to $70. So you're now looking at what, like $170 in? This is all assuming either low or no tax. You know, you're probably still looking at like 100 to maybe 110 with tax for the CPU. So let's just say you're looking at $170 all in for your CPU motherboard. RAM for 16 gigabytes if that's what you want, which Arc, you might need that. You're probably looking at about $50 to $60 for some 3200 non-flashy stuff, so like no RGB lights or anything. A case you can probably pull something out of your ass for like $30, $20 if you really don't mind cutting your hands while you're putting things together. But $30 will probably get you something with a fan or something pre-installed, and I'd recommend that. Are they gonna fucking land or not? So right there's another 100, so you're looking at what, $170, and you still can't actually use it. So you're looking at $170 there for your CPU, RAM, or sorry, $270 for CPU, RAM, motherboard, and a case to put everything in. And then you're going to need a power supply. Now, this is one of those things you can go refurbed on if it's straight from the manufacturer. I would say probably not for your first one. You're probably going to want to get like a 450 to maybe 650 watt bronze at a minimum. Their prices have gone up, so you're looking at, I think they're like $60 to $70 at the moment. They used to be a lot cheaper. So I'll tell you, if you can find them on sale, you can get them for like $25-$30. So we'll split the difference. We'll put it at $50 for that. So we'll add that to your 270. You're looking at like $320 now, and you can actually power this thing on. So now you're in a workable state-ish. So you can power it on and test with all that, but you can't use it because you'll need some storage. You can get an SSD. I would recommend an SSD, at least a 120 gigabyte, probably a 240 at a good price. You can probably get a 240 for like $25 these days. And then that should be enough to put like one game on. I don't think that's enough for Arc and your operating system. And the operating system is something else we can talk about. I can give you a Windows 10 key, but they're normally like $100. But you can also run Windows 10 without, I think I have a spare Windows 10 key anyway, but you can run Windows 10 without activating it. You just can't put like a custom desktop. So that would be fine. God, these things are so fucking annoying. But I don't want to sleep here because I don't want to ruin my fucking spawn. I don't want to spawn out here. Alright, so we were at 320 plus 25 for the SSD. So you're looking at like 350 bucks probably. And you have a fully working computer now. Less mouse and keyboard, I suppose, but I think you have one of those already. And if you're really not picky, you can probably get a pair for like 17 bucks. Like the whole shebang will probably be trashed here, but at least it'll fucking work. Now this will get you something that'll be able to run pretty much any program you throw at it. It won't really be able to game too well. You'll probably be looking at some low tier games. Maybe like I said, Rocket League, lowest settings type of shit. But that's probably what you're going to be looking at if you budget it so that you can use your PC until you can get a better graphics card. Just did all that math in my head. I think some of that might be outdated. I'm not sure on the PSU prices or power supply prices. You can also on occasion get a power supply with your case, but it's not that common. And they're usually not that great. But let's just say you forgo aesthetics and get like the cheapest stuff possible. To get something that fully runs... am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything, because I think a 3200G comes with a CPU cooler. So yeah, you're probably looking at spending, what did we say, 370-ish or 350-ish? That's like your bare minimum, and you can maybe throw in like a terabyte or 2 terabyte SSD hard drive for like another 45 to 50 bucks, so that you can actually store Ark. Because Ark is a massive game, so is COD. They're both really big games. They take up a lot of space. You cannot fit very much stuff on a 240 gigabyte SSD when like 40 gigabytes is used up by Windows 10 and probably like some basic bitch files stuff. Kind of want to grab that. All right, I think it's daytime here, so let's clear our inventory real quick. So basically you're looking at spending 350 to 370 just to get yourself started. And that'll be a usable computer that, like I said, it won't really be able to run some high-end gameage, but it'll run some things, and it'll at the very least work. It'll at the very least enable you to look at the hub. So you'll be in that situation. If you are extremely lucky, like I have been, I've gotten, my fucking internet's dying apparently. I have gotten some very good deals off of EVGA's B stock, as well as Zotac refurbished cards. Now, I have had to RMA some of the EVGA stuff, but I've gotten something called a 1660. It's normally a $200 graphics card. I've gotten one for 20 bucks. I've gotten a 970 for 20 bucks, a 980 for 20, another 970 that didn't work. Had to send it back, got a 1060, and I have to send that one back as well. So just an example, as it might be hit or miss, and each time I'm sending it back, it costs me 10 bucks to send it back, but I got them for 20 bucks to start with. But these are rather, they're not, well, the 1660 is sort of high-ish end, I guess, but they're not really that high end. On release, most of these cards were like, all right, so the 970 came out in like 2014. That was like 300 bucks. The 980 came out in 2014. That was like, I think it was like 500 bucks. They're obviously not worth it now. All of these cards perform about the same, the 1660 being the best one of them because it's the newest. All of these cards can play Ark on medium to medium high settings. At 20 bucks a pop, refurbished with a year warranty, they are all fantastic values. Now that requires you to go looking for a refurbished card, and it also requires you to be lucky enough to purchase one when it comes up. But that would bring your total cost to under 400 bucks. You will absolutely be able to play Ark. It will not be 100% brand new, and you might not ever find that deal you're looking for. right? And that also, again, requires you to find other good deals while you're at it. But I'm saying it's possible to build something capable of playing Ark if you'd play your cards right, but it all revolves around finding good deals, and in this current market, it's very difficult. There's a huge GPU drought. The latest stuff that just dropped is insanely good. I have a 2070 Super, the current stuff. So my card, I think, came out at the end of 2019 or something, or like mid 2019, and this stuff just came out end of 2020. And like the lowest end card that's available is about as good as my card, and it costs $400. Now, you're not likely to get that, but the fact that that card is out there means that people are buying up all these other cards because they're being sold. So like the refurbished cards are either being like returned or traded in for a newer end card if it's even available, and other people are buying them up because people are getting rid of them. So everyone's upgrading. The people who are upgrading to the latest are either reselling their old stuff for more than it should be, or, you know, people are selling their old things to try and get the new ones. All this like finessing to try and get the good shit because they're fucking addicted to the best of the best or whatever. And there's also people taking advantage of like a relative shortage where they're selling shit like that. So it just comes down to, it's not a good time for the market because there's a shortage of cards. So people are buying some of the older ones so that they can use something until they can get the new ones. Like everyone's trying to upgrade, and it's like causing everyone to buy older stuff, and they're charging extra if they're not buying it, and they're just trying to exploit the people who need one. And the same thing with CPUs. The latest CPUs, especially from AMD, are absolutely fucking insane values, which is causing people to buy them up. And since they're not available, then the old ones become the default, and people are buying those up, and they're not available. So it's causing the prices to go up, or the availability to not be there. Well, he's so good at math. I'm really not. Math was always my worst fucking subject. I hated math. I had to have a math tutor, and my math tutor was fucking stupid. I almost said the R word. Oh, jeez. Like, he was straight stupid. He gave me, like, these formulas, and I went to use them, and I straight up flunked because of them. Like, I had never failed a test. I was getting, like, C's and D's, and it wasn't going great. And so my parents were like, okay, let's get this dude a tutor so he can go great. And this dude fucking told me some dumb shit, dude. Sounds like you sound really good at it. Oh, this is just like basic addition. Yeah, nah. I mean, I better be able to do fucking addition. Shit. Does anyone need some fucking terracotties? I really wish they made a biome that had the colorful terracotties. You know what I mean? Like one with blues and purples. That would be so fucking sick. Can you imagine? Thank God I was right. I would hate to have to put this down again. Put myself down. I'm just saying, it's a bad time because of the market, not necessarily just because you don't have the money to buy like something good enough at the start. If you're going to buy the whole system at once, I would not get the 3200G that I mentioned, which I believe is $100, or it tends to go for. I would actually maybe spend a little more and get, I think, it should be available, but you should be able to get a 3600 which is basically not the newest version, but a newer version of my CPU, which is so the 3200G I believe has 4 cores and 4 threads, whereas the 3600 I think has 6 and 12, which just means it's going to be better for longer, and it's going to be more capable. So you're gonna spend probably, like, if you can find it on sale, you'll probably spend maybe 60 extra bucks for more than 60 extra bucks worth of value. That's what it comes down to. And that's the problem with budget building. Like, it'll get you what you want for now, but it's gonna be obsolete sooner. So at the end, you kind of end up spending a little more because you're gonna be unhappy sooner, and you end up with more to upgrade. So let's just say you end up with that CPU and you happen to get a really good deal on a GPU, right? And in a few years' time, so let's take Cyberpunk for example. Cyberpunk actually uses more cores and more threads on the CPU end, which means it requires more power. Now, you can get away with using a weaker CPU in most instances, as long as you don't mind some lower performance, but, you know, if games continue that trend, a 4-core CPU might not be able to give you the gaming, you know, scenario you enjoy, right? It might be too choppy for you to play the game that you want. And now you're looking at, you know, on top of the $100 you already spent, yeah, you might be able to sell your old one for like 30 to 50, but now you have to spend, again, either another 100 for a similar level thing, like every 2 years, or more if you want to, like, it depends. It depends on what the performance is at. So you end up paying like 200 to 250 instead of just paying the, you know, 170 at the time. Wake up, samurai. We have a city to burn. I mean, I don't think you have looked into too much content on that, but I still haven't had that scene. Unless I missed it. I've been waiting for that scene. I feel like he's never said that to me. It's such a cool scene, but I've never experienced it. I must have missed it, because I thought it was, you know, whatever. Sometimes the story of that thing feels a little more like a Keanu Reeves movie, I'm gonna be fucking honest. Like when we got drunk and fucked that bitch. You know what I mean? Damn, is it night already in this fucking game? Jesus. I'm just saying, you can do it. You can definitely you can make your way to ARC playability, especially if you finesse some prices, get some good deals. It's just gonna depend on your timing, your luck on whether or not you can buy them, because other people are buying deals up too. And it's gonna depend on whether or not you're willing to go refurbished, right? And a little lower end on the CPU. With kind of bad graphics, right? Exactly. Like, it just comes down to, well, I mean, if you can get a $20, any of the cards I mentioned, I think a 970, 980, 1060, 1660, they should all be able to play most games at pretty decent settings, as long as all you're doing is playing the game. They probably won't be able to stream that well. You can probably get away with streaming as long as it's like all low and you mess with stream settings, but yeah, it's just gonna come down to, you're gonna have to sacrifice settings if you want to be able to play them, and they're not, like, it's not gonna look like PS1 graphics at that, unless you don't go for a graphics card at the start, like because you can't find one or something. If that's the case, then yeah, it might actually look like fucking you're playing NES or some shit. Oh, that's not good. Let's get some more said rand here. I do need to make a red sand biome, so. You think 2 shulker boxes is enough of this shit? I do sort of have, well, I have the coordinates for this nether portal, so I should be able to get back pretty easily. I just figured while I'm here, I may as well gather a bunch of shit, but I definitely wanted to put a nether portal here. Like, if you want the best gaming experience, I genuinely will suggest you console. However, console comes with the problem of, well, they're not in stock either. But also, you have to pay for, like, Xbox Live if you want to play online, or, what the fuck, PS Plus if you want to play online, I think. So that's, like, an added cost, and it's why I actually usually recommend PCs. It's just that, like, the market is so fucked right now, because both of them aren't really that in stock, or neither of them, rather, are in stock, right? Like, it's such a bad time to be a fucking gamer in terms of being able to get shit. It's a good time because, like I said, consoles have never been better. Right? The consoles are basically $1,000 PC worth of performance for like $500, I think is the most expensive PS5, right? So it's a fucking steal in terms of performance. Although in how much is PS Plus? It's what, like $70 a year or something. You know, if you have it for a few years, you're suddenly looking at, you know, let's say it's 4 years, you're looking at like an extra almost $300. So now you're at almost $1,000, and you could have technically had a PC that price. That would, you know, probably not be as waning in performance, or maybe would be waning in performance as well, but like it'll still be useful, whereas PS5 might be old news and they might be coming out with PS6 in like 5 or 6 years or something. You're back, okie doke. Like, there's no possible way to build something. God damn, there's so many of these. There's no possible way to build something brand new that's even remotely as good as a PS5. I need to switch to my shovel. That way I get mending on it. But like I said, with how much, I don't know how much Xbox Live is anymore, or PS Plus. I feel like you used to be able to get 3 months for like $20 back in the day for PS Plus. I think it was pretty similar for Xbox. And it basically came out to like 60 or 70 bucks a year if you like did your shit right or something, like, because they would often have sales on the 3-month card thing. I think it would be like 15 bucks on occasion for 3 months. But yeah, the point is that you'd occasionally get that, and it would still cost you like 60 bucks a year. And that's the problem. Like, I used to think that was, and I still kind of do think that's a bit of a scam, in that, right, you pay 500 bucks for this console, or 300 to 400, I think, before now. I think the highest it used to be was like $399. I think like 500 is kind of new for PS5 anyway. I think that's PS5's price. But then like you add 60 bucks a year, and you know, by the time its life is ended as a console and they stop producing games for it in like, you know, 6-7 years, you've also paid, you know, 60 bucks a year there, right? You're looking at a few extra $100 invested. So ultimately you ended up paying almost $1,000, or like 800 to 900. And you could have got a PS, or not a PS, a PC that costs around that much. And maybe it doesn't perform as well as it used to, you know, 6 years down the line. But you can probably swap out your GPU by selling it for like maybe 100 to 200 bucks, depending on how much you paid in the first place. and then make some of your money back and buy a new one. And yeah, you're still ahead in price, but right, you'd have to buy a new console anyway, so what's the fucking difference? It's either spend again another $300 to $500 on a console or that on a graphics card, and you'll be back where you were in either case. It's just that one of them you have to keep paying for online gameplay, and the other one you don't. Well, I mean, you do because you have to pay for internet service, but you need internet service for the other one too, so I'm not really including that since it's not like PC is the only one that requires internet. Obviously, a reason to go PC over console is who you're playing with. Like if you want it to play with people or something, right? That changes the pricing and the value a bit. But ultimately, it's just not as good of a value in terms of price to performance is what I'm getting at here. Oh, we finally got his ass. Oh, he didn't even drop XPS, dude. Fucking hate that guy. Burn, baby, burn. I think this might be the most I've ever talked about PC parts on the stream. Actually, maybe not. I feel like there's a few times where I was talking about them. I did kind of talk a lot about it, though. So I might cool it unless anybody asks specific questions for a bit. But I will try and get, like, a part list that, again, isn't a recommendation necessarily, but, like, an idea of what it might cost at the moment, as well as, like, the level of performance you'll need, more likely. I'll probably do a few, because I think you can make more than one parts list on PC Part Picker, and I said I'd stop talking about this, so I'm done. Alright, so the red sand, I think I have more than enough of it, but the red sand is so I can make a floating island made out of red sand. That's really it. I guess I can use red sandstone, but yeah, I need plenty because I need some plain sand, and I think it takes a stack, not a stack, it takes 4 to make a sandstone, which is kind of strange. I thought usually this was on sandstone. I was clearing it because I wanted to get some sand, and then I was going to mine the sandstone underneath instead of making my own, but now I'm gathering extra red sand because I think I have to make my own, unless... Oh no, you can. That's interesting. This whole Badlands update really changed things. Oh, it's just that under, okay. I don't know why they changed it. Alright, I think we have enough red sand. Ooh wee. All right, is this one full? It is. Out of curiosity, can I squeeze that in there? Yeah, I thought that was that. Perfect. Okay, so we have one more to fill. And I guess it'll be like part terracotta, and that little bit of sand. Actually, we'll go fix it in a sec. What a treat. I gotta be careful to keep enough fireworks to make it home. Also, I need to keep an eye on the time. I'd like to be back at my house by the end of the stream. I feel like, actually, no, I do have a lot of this red. I was gonna say I don't have too much of this red, but I do because it's up here as well. Okay, let's take a peek at this. I'm surprised none of that's despawned over there. I'm gonna leave these furnaces here in case anyone needs anything out of them when I leave. Because you never know if you forget your food like I have. Okay. And on that note, I'm probably gonna take this shulker box back just because I want... Actually, I might leave this shulker box. Nah, we'll take it with us. We'll take it, but I'll leave it up here for now. I was thinking I could leave food here in case anyone forgets, but you know what? There's a chest here. That's right. Okay, we'll take that. We're gonna move it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is put that extra food in here. So we'll let that cook. We'll leave the bread here. It's a fantastic amount of bread, by the way. We'll leave that. Leave that. Leave that. We can make an ignite out of that. We'll leave it. Somebody might need that. Take half these sticks. Leave them here. A bunch of those. Let's go ahead and leave one of our mini crafting tables here. I'm not leaving yet, by the way. I'm just preparing to. Okay. So there's nothing else I really need to leave behind in that chest. Maybe a flint and steel in case the portal gets bopped. I don't think I'll leave the fireworks just because I'm actually not sure if I have enough to get back. Because I get lost easily. I have a fucking small brain. Alright, let me fly around for a sec. I just want to see if there's any colors. I don't think so. I think all the colors are the same, like all across the fucking world, which is a bit of a shame in my opinion. Because like I said, it'd be so sick to have like a blue and purpley one. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. I didn't go too far, I guess, but you know. Alright, let's go ahead and dig in this hole over here, because this is like strictly whatchamacallit. What a treat. Well, you know what? I said I'd kind of move off this topic, but I do want to say a lot of the prices are inflated, so the prices I mentioned might be a bit off, if not very off, which is also part of the problem, but that's the prices that they should generally be. I think I maybe mentioned the PSU prices were a little extra bloated already, but yeah, in general they're all bloated. But we're done unless we're asked about. And I'm sorry it's so dark. I kind of forgot torches, and I don't feel like making any out of the very limited coal we had. I mean, you know what I'm doing. I'm just mining normal shit here. Like, this isn't anything special. I know it's blasphemy to use a fucking fortune pickaxe for this, but it's got mending. It'll be fine. It does have mending, right? Okay. We'll be fine. Alright. Why is this so satisfying? I know this isn't necessarily the most exciting thing, me gathering this. I guess flying out here was, and that's kind of why I wanted to do it. First off, I have not, like I said, found Badlands on stream. I know that I've kind of found like some things off stream already while trying to explore. But I wanted to come here because it was kind of an ordeal. They're not exactly common. They're kind of rare. I haven't found one yet. We had no access to reasonable amounts of terracotta. I didn't want to just like come up and be like, so I got 1,500 stacks of all this terracotta that I've all glazed every single color, right? I didn't want to just do that off stream, so I've actually been sitting on this for like a week. That's why I only gathered basically shroom lights, which I kind of had a decent amount of. I mean, I think I ended up with like 3 1/4 extra stacks on top of the stack, and like 50, I think, Number Monkey added. So I have like 5 stacks almost or something, which again is a lot, but he already gave me a lot last time we streamed this. That's really all I did. I think I ended up with a decent amount of why do I want to call it blister wood, blood wood, whatever, crimson wood, and the warped wood. And I had so much of the fungus, I was just tossing it at that point. I went through I didn't use netherite, I used rune, fuck, what is this fucking, what is that game? Fuck, I think it's in the name, whatever. Diamond. I used diamond. Oh jeez. Let me put my war runes on, dude. Enchant my gear. But yeah, I used diamond ones because I had more diamonds than I had netherite. Like, I didn't want to go through the trouble of getting netherite because I may have given some of the netherite away, I think, last time we streamed this. Yeah, I just used a bunch of my diamonds to the point that I think I only have like 2 left or some shit. At least in the stack that I was drawing them from. But yeah, I used a lot of diamond stuff on that, and I think some gold, which was a mistake. For some reason, I just drew a blank that I like to use it for trades. I was just like, I don't know, in my head, I was just like, oh, the trades haven't been working out, I'm gonna just use these. And that was just like the dumbest fucking thought process. Because it's still better to trade with that. Or at least use it for a whatchamacallit. I was just like so tired of it taking so long to clear them out though, and you have like a 5 times destruction rate in the nether with that stuff. Or is it in the nether? I don't know. I don't know if it's in the nether or against nether blocks, but I just used it and fucking like tore through that shit. Probably shouldn't have, but I used like maybe a stack of gold. It wasn't that much, but it's a lot to use on hose. Same with the diamonds, I think. I used a lot. I threw away a lot. I'm pretty sure I ended up losing some of my wood too, because I was just like, I was really going after the shrooms at one point, and I was just like tossing stuff out of my inventory when I was trying to get rid of all the fungus. Because I was just so sick of it. Like, I was literally, as soon as I would throw it out, sometimes it would end up back in me, and I would just run over to a fucking lava pool. And it was fucking hell. And I just didn't care anymore. I was just, you can't even, at least I can't get it to work. But I don't even think you can shift Q. Yeah, you can't, like, control Q. Oh, you can? Wait, what? Okay. Guess you can control Q. I was mostly just, I was dragging and dropping it. So I was just yeeting it as fast as fucking possible. That's so weird. I just assumed it didn't work this whole time. Because shift clicking doesn't really work. So you used to be able to grab... What? Okay. Well, I had just assumed that because in Java, you used to be able to like double click to sort everything, or not sort, kick everything out of your inventory of that type. And I just assumed that none of those hotkeys, I think you used to be able to like shift click and like shift double click and all this stuff. And it would take every stack of that item out of your inventory. And I've just assumed this whole time that since that doesn't work, that none of the fucking hotkeys or anything, like the controls, worked. I was like, well, control Q used to... I was about to be like, rather, that control Q on Java, you know, dump stuff, but that doesn't work, so I was just dragging and dropping it. And I just realized how fucking stupid I am because I've never tried it. I just assumed it didn't work. And it apparently does. I'm so mad at myself. That would have saved me so much time to just hold down control and just be like, shh. You know what I mean? Alright, so here, let me pick this up. So this swaps it. And then shift gets rid of it, but you see there's multiple orange terracottas. If I shift click that, it doesn't work. If I shift click that, nothing. If I shift left click or right click, like it doesn't do it. It's a little confusing when there's more than like a... Alright, we'll use this because these are only solid stacks. So you can see it's only going where... In fact, I can't even shift click this. Wait, what? There we go. But I am confident in Java version. You used to be able to anyway. Like, put all stacks of the same item into something at once if you just, like, shift-clicked it or double-clicked it or something. But I can't get it to work. I guess I don't... Maybe I just don't remember the thing. I'm pretty sure I can color any terracotta anything as long as I make like a circle out of it, right? So 8 with the dye in the center, right? God, I hope so, because these colors glazed. Well, you have to, because how else would you get the blue ones? There's no way you have to make normal clay yourself and do it, right? Right? It's gonna be hard to do justice to a Badlands or a Mesa on a floating island. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it, actually. I think I might just make like the red sand thing like a combo. And maybe just do like this, right? So maybe make it a little thicker in one part and then just like some red sandstone and some sand. So like basically a scale version of what's going on over here, but without maybe any of the grass or anything. But it's gonna be rough. Like, I'm not sure how I'm gonna pull this off. I could potentially forego red sandstone and strictly use the terracotta blocks. And just have red sand on top of the orange terracottas. I thought that was an iron golem, like the way it was just... The llama is combined in my head for some reason. I was like, why are there like 5 iron golems coming down here? Huh? Okay, I thought so. I figured we were super close to the bottom because this turned back to a color we'd already seen. And again, seen. Again, I know it's rather dark for you. I promise we're almost done. I'm gonna go up and get some of the yellows and whatnot up here. I didn't want to go too high because I didn't want to end up getting phantomed. Danny phantomed. Why is there a double layer of yellow? I might make some of the other terracottas and do the same thing as this island, or the island that I'm gonna make. Oh, that was close. That did a lot of damage, all things considered. Oh, that's why I have that on. I was like, wow, I have full whatchamacallit, and he does that much damage. What a treat. It's so hard to play this game when I'm not streaming because I want all the progress. Like, alright, so I've mentioned this before, but I really just do not enjoy watching content where, like, videos where all the progress is made off stream and like you just get to see the end. But I also don't want stuff that's 100% what I'm doing right now, especially if I'm not torching. I'm sorry about this. But like, right, just watching it all unfold can be super boring. I mean, that's why I'm chatting so much and why we're streaming it, because, you know, I can talk while we're doing this. It's a little more entertaining. I know nobody's here at the moment, I don't think, but, you know, we were hopefully helping chat make some PC part decisions. I know some of my data is a bit old because I haven't been too in the market, but, you know, we're getting there and we're at least discussing something rather than me just silently like recording and trying to make one-liners or something. We're trying to get some shit done. Alright, I think I'm gonna be out of space here, so I thought so. Go and grab that, and we heading up. But so like I was saying, I hate to see streams streams are a little more forgivable because if I don't catch the whole stream or something, right, like it makes sense that they made a bunch of progress. But like like a YouTube video or something where like they just suddenly, right, they streamed last night or something and they're back today, and now they have like full netherite, all mending, you know, protection 5 shit, and they didn't show any of that. And before they ended their stream, all they had was like fucking iron unenchanted, right? That kind of shit fucking is terrible. I know it's not as, like, what I'm doing here isn't as bad. I think I gotta go to 5,067 is our main base, or our new base. That looks like a pair of titties. What a treat. Wait. I want to see something. Okay, that is terracotta. Okay. By the way, this is not a bugged world. This isn't cheating. Gold actually just spawns this high in Badlands. I was gonna say mesas, but that's a legit thing. It spawns higher and more frequently. I swear I'm not cheating. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Anyway, like I said, I hate not seeing the progress, but I also do understand, like, just mining or just like wood chopping can be super boring, which is why I'm trying to get some conversation going, trying to talk. It actually fucking hurts my throat. Like, I feel like this is one of the most talkative days I've had here. Not trying to get sympathy for that, but I've just talked too much. So I'm gonna be a little more quiet, I think. I think my throat's just dry. I should probably take a little sip of the old water. Stay hydrated, fam. Oh, fuck. Note to self. Don't drink water while flying. I'm big! Welcome back, my guy. Oh, wait. Yeah, it not only sucks to see, like, unbelievable progress, you know, but it does suck sometimes to just watch someone fucking mine or do nothing, especially without, like, talking. What'd I miss? I finished gathering a good amount of terracotta. It's probably not enough, honestly. But I'm heading back because I have coordinates for a nether portal. It's -840, like 250. I probably should have got the Y. I don't know what I was thinking. But I figure I can go back through nether ways a lot easier. And that's what like a lot of that was. Like a big part of it was now we have permanent access to that because we know where it is instead of having to fly around and potentially just like flying. You know, let's say it was there. If I was over there, I would have no fucking clue and I could be flying that way instead. And I would have passed right the fuck by it. But yeah, I'm just flying back now. If you want a little bit of terracotta, I can probably spare some for you, but we'll see. I'm fucking greedy. Honestly, I can get more off stream now. I just wanted to get the first bit on stream because I didn't want anyone to be like, this motherfucker spawned in 3 shulker boxes worth of terracottas. What a fucking cheater. And by anyone, I mean nobody, because the only people who fucking watch this probably don't care and they're on the server. This looks a lot like her spawn. Uh-oh. Do all savannas look alike, or is that racist? Can I say that? Let's say stream the days you gather the material. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Ooh. Is this the one I got? I don't think so. Yeah, it's definitely not. What a treat. Oh, what a treat, dude. How's it been? It's been fantastic, my dude. How you doing? To see you? Question mark? Green? You good, Chief? Son? Oh! Fucking little gapple, dude. People still say gapple? Gabble, gabble. What a fucking treat, dude. Get the milk? There's milk in here? Milk! Oh, the milk. You can't milk those. Do I have brain damage? Question mark? Yeah, I gotta go get the milk. You come back and you're gonna leave me like that? Rest in peace, milk guy. We'll seal that up. Here, have that. We'll seal that up so nobody thinks it's not looted, and I'ma head out. I wonder if people willingly build in deserts. Wait. Never mind. Forgot it's been years and I drank the milk. Oh geez, I would hope you drank the milk if it's been years. I would hate for that milk to be just sitting there, my dude. That would be fucking disgusting. Honestly, it might be like a whole new organism, not unlike a cow by then. Ooh. What the fuck just happened? I drank half of it. This is kind of sick. This would be really cool for a flying thing. Whoo! Look at that. A little fly course. Fly through here. No. Ooh. Why is it taking faster to get home than it did to get there? Am I stupid? Uh-oh. Only 8,000. Is it just me or is this cursed? How did this grow? Somebody been out here? You know what? Yes, they have. This is when we went hunting for the beehives out here, I think. We were like just over here, if I'm not mistaken. Because we were relatively close to our... whatchamacallit. We're actually almost to our house, aren't we? Actually, no, we're like a thought. Wait. No, we're way far. What the fuck? Look at that. That's so strange. Bruh. Let's go. What the fuck? Y'all just having a fucking family reunion. And I'm confused. I've never seen this before, by the way. It's like a gravel mountain with like a line. Like somebody took the paint tool and used green all around, but like they didn't know what they were doing. They were bored during like their computer lab. They opened up paint, and the next step is to apply the glow. Opened up paint.net. This is sick. If anyone wants to build like a mountain up, or a castle up here in like the snowy mountains, this is like the perfect area. Is that all gravel? Wow, a lot of it is. That's a lot. This is such a nice area for that. Alright, I'm gonna head home. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Oh, fuck. She got yeeted off a boat and John Cena elbowed her to this rope and she died. Rest in peace. There's a whole ass conversation going on and I do not understand it. Well, let me tell you something. When a conversation gets going, the going gets conversated. What a treat. You have a brother. Brother from another mother. Should I put chat on the screen? I can put like chat like in a corner or something so that if anyone ever watches the VOD or something, it'll show up. I usually don't because I personally would find it annoying, but sometimes it would make sense. Ooh, what the fuck is it? Blacksmith. This is a nice ass village. Oh, I sure do like this village that I'm robbing. What a treat. Don't mind me, old man. Wait. I've been here? Later, bitch. Fuck. You'll never catch me alive, copper. It's your brother. My father's my brother? Find out on next week's episode of Marring. Hello. We've definitely found this, right? Yeah, there's no way this isn't almost completed because somebody wanted to complete it because they thought it would be cool and it might have been me. Naruto! It's crazy that the sky actually looks like this. You know what? It would have been faster if... Is this a lava pool? It would have been faster if I went to the end. I think I'm past that point, though. Invited to the realm, or you like on Java? I think the realm's gonna be closing in like a month or so, maybe 2. And it's really meant for people who like be stopping by all the time. Well, that's a drown. I don't think I've seen you in like 2 months, my guy. Why? Because it's really just me and you on occasion, and I feel like we're not getting what we paid for. Right, this is spawn right here. So I was thinking so I'm gonna download the world and like turn it off for a little bit, just so that we can like come back to it. And you can have the world save, I think, but whatever we come back to might not have whatever you work on. But I'm paying like $9 a month, and half the time the realm, I can't even get on the realm. I don't know if you have this problem, but I constantly get realms aren't available right now errors. And I feel like I can only play so much during the week, and when I get that, I feel like I'm getting fucking robbed, if I'm being real. Like, I can't even play on it whenever I want because the fucking service is like so inconsistent. So I was thinking I'd try and find somewhere else that can maybe host the same file for either cheaper or with a more consistent service. Because I don't know if you were here earlier, but I literally could not fly for a little while because the shit wouldn't load, and I ended up like going backwards because I had to do this stuff, because like you can't go forward on an unloaded chunk. So I kept having to do this, and I turned myself around a few times. Like, it's just so ridiculously laggy, and I feel like I gotta go to sleep since I have school. Enjoy your sleep, my dude. But it's just like so ridiculously laggy that it's frustrating. And I feel like we deserve better if we're paying for it. And I know Number Monkey said he was like burnt out on it, and I think Tenki's been burnt out on it. I don't even think Tenki really played on it too much to begin with. What is that? Huh. So I think it would be best if maybe I like put a little hiatus on this for a couple months. And maybe came back to it either again like with a different host so that there's no more problems with the fucking realm, if that's even possible. Or like just for creativity's sake. Imagine having school. Should be like right here. You know what? I don't think I showed this yet, but I was trying to find a way to make this look like a little more grand, but it just looks stupid as fuck. Anyway, let's get in here. I was just thinking it would make more sense to save my $9 a month and put it towards something else for the stream. Like, I can either turn that $9 a month into like honestly, I could just fucking straight up give someone, you know, like a Microsoft or a PlayStation Store gift card every so often or something, or like I feel like that would get more use. Or like I don't know, is there some other fucking game we can play together? I could give someone COD points every so often, like as a prize, or I don't know. But it just seems like we're not getting our best money out of this. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. It just feels like we're getting robbed, if I'm being honest. Like, there was in December, I think it was like because I complained to them a fucking about it. There was like 2 days straight where the server just straight up wasn't even there. I don't know if you saw it, but it just straight up didn't exist. Like it couldn't join. Not an option, not even there. And I was like concerned because I have backups, but it's usually only like once a week now. I used to do it every day, but it was like fucking flooded. But like it's just ridiculous that it would be down for any amount of time that's not insignificant. Like a couple minutes, you know, maybe even a day, but like 2 full fucking days and you don't even like offer to comp me the days. Like I feel like we can find a better service for us at the very least. They're just like relying on the fact that they're the official and they're, you know, they're like the best option in that respect. Get all this delicious terracotties, dude. You did see it, huh? I mean, it's kind of... it's just unfortunate. I mean, I wouldn't mind as much if it was like $1 a month or some shit. And like I said, that $10 a month, right? We've been doing this for like 6 months now. It's not $10, I guess, but I think it's like $8.90 or some fuck. I don't know. But like we would have enough either for a different game entirely or right like other stuff. 5 months. So it's been like 4 months. Probably. Like we can do so much with that money that like yes, we've had a lot of fun on the server, but I feel like they owe us at least a month worth with how laggy and like inconsistent and how often it kicks us. You know what I mean? I feel like we can do so much with the money we'd save for the stream. At least temporarily until everyone's inspired to play it again. Alright. So these are all empty. I didn't think I'd actually fill a single double chest. Alright, this is red sand. I believe this is sand. Everything I've opened hasn't been exactly what I wanted. Fuck. Maybe I'm just being a Karen though. I just feel like if we pay for something, it should pretty much always be there. Months ago? 3? Was it only 3 months? I thought it was back in... Was it not in like September? Was that only 3 months? Actually, I thought it was like late August or mid late August. Because I'm pretty sure I have an invoice from them since I was doing my taxes. Or at least like preparing some shit for that. I'm pretty sure I have an invoice from them from August. Really? Really? It was only 3 months ago. Fuck did I pay them for in August then? Strange. Jesus, I need to reorganize this. Oh my god. Food chest. Doctor Strange. I feel like this isn't a good spot for food chest. I'm gonna just put some spare food in here for now. I'll probably put a food chest above this. In fact, let's just do that now. Why did I have to think about that? This is pretty far from the furnaces, which is annoying. But, oh fuck, I should have this out. But it's close enough that I don't really care. Plus, it's closer to like one of the landing pads where I might come and need food like instantly. I should plant a garden soon. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this iron pickaxe, but fuck it. Look at it. And I almost went through my fireworks. Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and chop this instead of building an island at the moment. Bruh. Good night. Have a fantastic night, my dude. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chilling. Good to see you. Hope you sleep well. I'm assuming you have school tomorrow, and if you don't, go fuck school, but have a fantastic night. And have a good day at school. See you later. See you later. See you tomorrow. Whenever I see you, I hope it's soon. I don't know why I really like this like roof design, but it's so hard to work in. I feel like I need the wall to end here and seal that better instead of like the way I'm doing it here. If I'm gonna do it this way anyway. I'm waiting for saplings to fall. I know I think it doesn't affect it if you break them, but I'm a wait anyway. Oh jeez, Rick. This is exciting. It's gonna be hard to make the dark oak one. I'm gonna need, I think, like 3 trees, but I'm gonna like customize them. I think I'm gonna try and make them like, they're gonna be the same width in a way, but they're gonna be like this, if that makes sense. Like they're gonna be, I'm gonna grow them, but I'm gonna like skin them. That sounds fucked up. I'm gonna skin. I'm gonna, Jesus. I'm gonna trim them. Thinify. I need to look this up. I don't think these melt snow, so I should be good to use these on the snow island as well. And yes, I'm planning a snow one, and it's probably going to be a little higher up. I was thinking of putting it like, I kind of want to put it up above this, but I feel like it's going to clash with that pretty heavily. So I was thinking about putting it like maybe in the back there, but then I was also thinking about doing that with the Badlands as well. So we're getting pretty torn on what we need to do and what want to do here. Let's go ahead and big sleep. I don't know why I haven't broken that bed yet, but it be how it be. I don't know. This sort of gives the vibe I was thinking. Like it's teleporting you into your own realm. That's why I changed this as well. This used to just be like that, and then solid here. But I wanted it to go from like design to this is actually plain black stone instead of brick. So design to a little more like detail to like it's opening up, you know, as you step here, and then it's opened and you're kind of like in your own world. And yeah, it's like it's the same view as this, but it like it's supposed to change it because like from here on like you can't tell. So like this is your world now. And it's very difficult. I don't really think I can pull off a veil like I want to. I can maybe put some vines in here, but they kind of slow you down and it's not. I don't know that it's going to be worth it, but I could maybe put like blue vines here, blue vines there, and then like red vines just to like try and, like I said, try and hide it and mask it and make it more interesting, but ultimately I just don't think it's going to have any sort of effect. So I feel like that reveal is just as good as like this. My other option is to just straight up do this and then one of these in front and behind it to try and like overwhelm it, if that makes sense. Thought I saw one up here. Okay, we're back where we started, so we're good. I really fucked my inventory during my shroom light scavenging. I'm sorry, it's just such a pain in the ass. I had to do it. I mean, I did it a lot for the desert fight arena that we used like twice. It took me so long to get all the resources for it. And I understand that I didn't like play 24/7 or something, and I probably could have gotten it faster. Especially, I was going to the Nether and growing them there, and just leaving their withered husks, if we will. But like, at the end of the day, it's such a fucking task to get that done. It's so ridiculous. It's so much work. I want to put a bunch of trees here, but I also don't because I feel like it'll ruin my view. I haven't talked about this today, but I was thinking about scrapping the villager idea for each island, because I was talking about bridging the islands together and like having the villagers go, but I just think they're gonna walk to their deaths, so I think I'll like trap them in there, or maybe like build them a village around here that like maybe connects to that, and I don't know, just something like that. So I have close villagers, and some of them will be useful and some of them will just be aesthetic, but it's like I said, I might maybe put some in there because I did kind of want to do the tunnel thing, but like I said, we're borderline taking a hiatus. I really think it would be best for this series because one of us is burnt out who plays on it. I don't really play on it as much as I'd like to because it's just every time I go here, I swear almost every time I open the thing, I'll have to reclose it and reopen it a few times before the realm even shows up. Like it'll just be completely blank where the realm should be. And if it's not there within like a few times, I usually just give up. So like my playtime has gone down every single time I've tried because it just keeps having like this problem, and I don't see why. Alright, we're finally coming along. I didn't get that many logs out of that, actually. That's interesting. Oh, jeez. I just want to do a little reminder. So originally this was going to be for like VIPs and subs, but I think we talked about it, and there was going to be no subs because, one, I didn't want people to feel like they had to like pay or donate to be on it, and we also didn't want someone to like drop. It's only like $6 a sub or whatever, 5 to 6 depending on how you do it. We didn't want someone to do that and then grief. Like, we needed some level of trust. So like, if you ain't showing up, again, I'm not trying to like use it to get actual bribe money in terms of a sub, but like, you kind of have to spend your time here if you want to be on the realm. Like, if I don't know you, why should I? Like, if you're only here once a year, right? Once a month even is kind of sketch. It's like, how am I supposed to know you're not gonna steal all of my shit when I'm fucking sleeping and like blow up half the world? It's like, you have to be invested in the channel for us to invest in having you on the realm. So like, while people are welcome, and that probably would breathe some life into it, I can't, like, for not even just for my sake, like other people on the server's sake, I just can't let anyone join. You gotta be here at least on occasion, you know? Like, you gotta be famous in the chat. We'll put it that way. Like, I gotta get the clear from everyone on the realm, otherwise, you know? How do I know? Like I said, you're not gonna blow up our months of hard work. Also, I'm really surprised that we're only... He said 3 months? Is it really only 3 months for this realm? Because I am fairly confident it started back in like August, but... he said he looked it up. I think I might go check for just for myself, like, the exact date. Maybe they charged me when I like signed up, because I'm pretty sure I bought the realm like at least a week before. I guess August is only what, like 5 months or 4 months ago, right? Because August is the 8th month, and then there's the 9th month, September, 10, 11, wait, that's, yeah, it's like 5 months. So I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. Like I said, I could have swore it was longer, but maybe it was like end of August that I bought it, where I purchased like the first thing, and then it probably wasn't until like the next week's Monday or something that I did it, and then from there it might have been September, and I guess that's 4 months, but since it's early January, I can see that being counted as 3 months, because it's probably closer. Oh, somebody left a fucking floating tree here. I hate that, but let's see if we can do something about it. There we go. Custom trees, just like that. Look at these. Alright, that should now despawn. We're good to go. I should probably leave these and actually start breeding them, but I have the fucking brain capacity of a snail, so... Sorry, snails. Snails is Tails' cousin, by the way, from Sonic the Hedgehog. Also, I don't think anyone's in the chat right now, but this goes for anyone. What's the opinion on meme games? I don't know that I'd, you know, necessarily pay for them, but sometimes there's like those meme games that are like clearly trash tier, but they're like ironic. Should I give those a play just for like the Omega lol factor, or avoid at all costs? Wait, how did I get those with my fist? Did I axe those? I am the night. So we slept last night. I'm gonna go ahead and not sleep. And what I'm actually gonna do is kill stuff and try and swap to repair my stuff, and then I'm probably gonna end the stream after that. I understand if you don't want to see some normie combat shit. Like I said, get it, totally get it. But I'm just letting you know that's the plan, that's the idea. Let's go ahead and store some of this stuff. I'm gonna just put all that there for now. See what we got going. Don't remember having that. Let's go ahead and... My brain just fucking collapsed right there. Alright, let's go ahead and take this. I think I'll be fine with this though. I'm gonna leave the wings on to heal them at the start here. Okay, so the idea is I'm just getting XP to repair all my tools with mending. I do gotta be careful about the shield though. Probably shouldn't be using the thing I'm trying to repair. You know what? Maybe I should... Why did I like paused because I was like, is this stupid? Am I saying something stupid? I was gonna say, you know what? I should probably not switch at the start so I can just repair my wings and forget about my other tools until later anyway. But I guess it really doesn't matter, does it? Like, yeah, I'll repair the wings faster, but I'll still have to do these, so it's like, it's gonna take that same amount of time, I would assume. Ow. Maybe I should just torch up the whole place over there, though. I think I might... So I discussed this last time. I ended up not doing it. I sort of showed a little bit of how I was gonna do it. But I think I might actually just do it now. I'm gonna probably do the underside of some of the pre-made ones. So what I mean by that is I'm gonna fill in like the blocks to make it look more natural, because some of them are a little mega flat on the bottom, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna try and give them some more like depth from below so they have a little more character to them. Do, do, do. Oh wow, a little baby. Fucking kill it. Fucking hate babies, dude. Man, fuck them kids. I hope today's stream wasn't too boring. I know we kind of just gathered all stream, and I usually try and do like a little bit of everything if I can, but we at least talked some fucking PC, I guess. We hopefully helped someone at least like inform themselves a little bit of what they can expect. I feel a little rude in that It felt like I'm trying to tell him not to build a PC or something. I just genuinely like there are reasons to build one over buying a console, especially, you know, right, if you don't care about gaming. But and obviously if you don't care about gaming as much. But he mostly wants to game, and I understand that. You know what, I said I wouldn't talk too much about parts anymore, but I just want to be clear. I wasn't trying to like discourage. I want someone who's looking for like advice on it, who came to me for it, to be like, to expect to have like their expectations be more how do I fucking put this? More tempered, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want someone to be like, okay, I got this amount of money, I'm finna build a PC. I don't want to be like, yeah, you could, and for them to like build it and be like, I can barely fucking play the games I want, you know? Like, you can absolutely play Ark on like a $500 PC, but I genuinely don't think you're gonna have as good of an experience doing that as you would if, say, you played it on a PS4 even. Right? Like, I get that when I stream, so I have to set a lot of settings lower to stream, because a lot of PC games are very GPU, I'll call it unoptimized. And what they do is they use the whole GPU, like every bit of resource it can. And you think that means it's optimized, but what it really happens is it uses everything, but it doesn't like maximize the potential. So like it'll get like 100% usage out of my 2070 Super, and that would be fucking fantastic, but it doesn't show, if that makes sense. Like the performance you get for all of that isn't really that good. Like, it'll still stutter, it'll just look a little better. Like, it'll probably be smooth enough to run if I were doing nothing but playing the game, but it won't be like outstanding performance. I'd probably get like 60 FPS on ultra settings for Ark, which is ridiculous for such an old game and such a new and powerful card. And for COD, so I lower the settings for two reasons. Unfortunately, I have to cap refresh rate because it, again, has the same problem where it will absolutely use all my GPU it can, even though it doesn't need it. Like, I'm pretty sure if I set the settings to all low, I would get a very high refresh rate, which is what I want out of it. I also want it to render from a distance. So that's why, like, I'll usually have, like, for example, on Fortnite, I would have like max render distance, but everything else absolutely mid. That's because I want high frames, but to be able to see from as far as possible. But that's like, I want that to be like super smooth, and unfortunately I can't do that in stream because streaming takes like 30% of my GPU, so I end up with like either one cutting into the other. So my game will often be perfectly fine while I stream if I max settings, but it looks super laggy for the stream because there's not enough GPU left. And there's not usually like that big of a performance benefit. So like, for example, in COD, if I lower all the settings, you would think, oh, you're just gonna have more GPU headroom. Nope. Still uses 100%, and instead of getting like, I'm pretty sure I get like 200 frames a second at like high settings, and I think max I get like 120 frames or something. And with ray tracing on it, does it have ray tracing? Yeah, it has ray tracing. I don't know why I was about to ask that. It's like one of the only games. I think I only get like 70 or 80 frames, but it's like kind of stuttery for some reason. Like, it's not as smooth 70 or 80. It has like dips, and that might be my CPU's fault in that case, but Like I can get great performance out of it, and if I'm just playing games, but if I stream, there's a hit to the performance of the stream. So if I lower all the settings, you would think, like I said, suddenly it would just look worse and perform the same. But what actually happens is it goes from, say, 140 frames. I should have used a better example. All right, let's just say I'm getting 100 frames max settings. Great, it's probably still pretty smooth. It's pretty competitive. All right, people say the sweet spot is 144 hertz or 144 frames per second kind of deal. I have a 240 hertz monitor. Like, I'd be able to see it and experience it. So when I cap my frames at 80, it's for the stream's sake. When I lower the settings, my frame rate goes up because that opens up GPU headroom to render more frames instead of rendering them in a higher quality. And that's what the engine does. Instead of saying, okay, I've capped it at this, right? I'm gonna do this instead of that. So it's like a trade-off. And that sounds like some sort of optimization, and I guess you can see it as that, right? Because, oh, well, you lowered your settings? Okay, well, I'll just do this instead for you. Like, lowering your settings should give you more frames, right? The problem is, I should be able to cap my frames higher, but I can't. So you might notice I tend to have it capped at like 60 or 80 frames or something like that, because I can't stream with that, because it, for some reason, it just uses up almost 100% of my GPU unless I cap it. Like, I really don't understand why it's so heavily dependent on it. Like, usually when you lower settings, it will increase GPU usage to a point. So, like, if I lower my settings in CSGO, I end up with like 600 frames per second. I haven't played CSGO in actually a long time, but usually it'll end up at like 600 frames per second, but it won't really, like, it'll just stop because the CPU is the limit. Like, the CPU just can no longer keep up because it's such a optimized and I was gonna say unheavy game. How do I phrase that? Not demanding game. It's not a demanding game. That's how I'll put it. So it just absolutely uses the resources so efficiently that I can get away with doing that. And it's kind of nice, I'm gonna be honest. Although I haven't played CSGO in probably over a year. Like, I feel like games should generally run like that, especially AAA games. They should have the ability to not be just straight up scuffed. Oh, that would have been sick. Like, on the one hand, I do totally understand that I would want more frames out of lowering my settings. Like, I do want that. I mean, that's the whole reason, like, you lower your settings sometimes so you can get a playable game. Let's say you have lower end hardware, but there's no reason for, like, lowering settings to default to just, oh, I'm gonna absolutely use up this thing's GPU and not give any real performance bonus. Because I think COD doesn't really give me much of a performance bonus if I lower the settings. Alright, I think I might be able to pull this off if I start from up here. Am I crazy? I feel like I'm wording this really badly, that it's sounding like I don't know what I'm talking about, and I probably don't. Like, I'm wording it so that it sounds like I'm saying, well, if I lower my settings, it performs better. It's like, no shit. That's like, I feel like that's what I'm saying, but that's not the point. Like, the point is that, somebody put that there? Lowering my settings, yes, I should perform better in fuck is this? Bruh. Somebody steal my shit? I'm so confused. Why is all that stuff there? I'll have to find out because I'd like to clean that up. There's a reason all the storage is down here. Anyway, yeah, I guess I just don't know the phrase, like how to phrase it, but I feel like if you lower settings with such a powerful card, let me put it that way, the 2070 Super should be more than capable of being able to play any game and stream it. But it's just like I have to severely lower settings typically, and sometimes after like a game update I have to lower them even more, so it's like the optimization gets worse, which doesn't make sense. Like I don't know how to put it other than the performance doesn't seem to match. Like the GPU usage doesn't seem to give me performance that I would expect, and maybe that's because of my CPU being a little weaker, I guess, but it's not weak, but it's like weaker than it probably should be. I don't know how else to put it. Alright, looks like I got all my saplings back. So I'll probably work on getting some more saplings off stream. Probably fix some of these under. I think that one spawned naturally. I might not touch it. But yeah, I'll try and do some of this to these, to the rest of these, and I'll maybe lay down the foundation for like a snow one, and maybe a red sand one and a mesa one, or maybe I'll combine the mesa red sand one and put them right there. Or actually I was thinking a little lower, but yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll like put like the base down and I'll place the actual like stuff on stream. But I think that's gonna have to do it for me for tonight. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you in the next one. All that good shit. Jeez, I feel like I'm so bad at speaking. It's fucking ridiculous. But have a fantastic night. Feel free to follow me here on Twitch if you want. Oh fuck, this is Twitch, bruh. Here on Twitter if you want live, or for some reason you watch this on YouTube. You made it this far. Would you consider subscribing? You can leave a comment, tweet at me if you have suggestions, tips, things you want me to do, games you want me to play, things you think I can do better, all that good shit. I'm pretty sure somebody's been messing with my base, which is okay, I guess. Hopefully it's just like some sort of prank. But have a fantastic night, all that good shit. You know what it do. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chilling. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next one. You know what? Fuck. Oh god, I'm repeating myself. I can't stick my head through these anymore. But have a fantastic night. And also, there's a mushroom. And also, bye.